my first game, but I think that second game showed that.
There's the
Yeah,
doom.
and I think they're going to go back for Mag again anyway, I'd imagine.
And then you have to imagine they go for Rubik, right?
Yeah. I'm really surprised personally they didn't first phase ban out Omni on Aster. I think as good as the RPs and everything were, the Omni, the GA in the last fight was so key.
We can kind of call this from a little ways away. Wonder what they want to go for now with this mag, because they picked up the Sven for Vici pretty late, but the Monkey King, was that second phase or first phase?
The Monkey King was first phase after the Mag, so it's exactly the same as it was before at the moment. The only thing is,
So
Vici are playing on Dire now, I think, instead.
So I guess the question becomes, do they want to go back to the Monkey King or forego the Monkey King, pick something else, and risk their one position choice getting banned out? And they go Witch Doctor. So definitely something different this time around. And they'll go back to the Omni Knight Vici. I mean, that's what we know. That's their bread and butter. DY maybe not enjoying his time playing this hero, as he has been bullied quite a bit, but he knows he's doing a good job.
He's happy with his performance. A way of dealing with GA. There's no way you can have the rest of your draft without this like Shadow Demon hero. We've seen Invoker in the past as well, with the Tornado taking off GA. There has to be a way, because otherwise what happens is, it doesn't matter what carry hero you have with the Magnus, it's going to be physical damage. They have Empower, right? You know what kind of heroes like to play with that, and Omni Knight's good against nearly all of them.
Would you potentially go Night Stalker on Aster to try and get the Crippling Fear on Omni Knight so he can't do as much, or do you just not have the damage to then follow up and kill him? Is it still a rough time, like even with that Night Stalker?
I think it has to be more than just the Night Stalker. They go back for the Monkey on Vici.
Wow.
Those are some quick second phase bans.
Yeah. Aster were the ones to ban the Faceless Void and the Sven and end the Bloodseeker, probably thinking, hey, like, we want to get this Monkey King again. Monkey King uses Tree Dance, doesn't want to get ruptured, wants to be able to move around these fights, and Vici kind of analyzed that and say, we'll take Monkey King before you have a chance.
Yeah, I don't mind this. Obviously, he does have to be worried about the skewer play into the Wukongs, like if he gets taken out. But the good thing is for Vici that Erica and Ori both play this hero really well. And there's the Tiny. So this hero got last phase banned last game. I was really surprised it got let through as far as it did. But it feels like as the tournament's gone on, people have seen this hero and then been like, well, we just prioritize other things at the moment. Especially with this like Omni Knight that's coming into the pool now, Rubik gaining so much popularity again. And like, when these heroes have good games like the Rubik, they will go up in priority and they will come out more and more in the first phase of the draft.
Let's see what Vici, because they could go and throw Old 11 on that Omni Knight. I don't think they will. I think they still like DY on that hero, all things together. But we'll see. It gives them options, and I'm always it's for a lot of teams, but I'm a big fan of flex lineups.
Yeah, for sure. I think especially when who has last pick in the draft? It's Vici, right? Okay, so they'll probably flex the Omni Knight to last, so they're probably looking to pick their offlaner now for Old 11. Has to play with Rubik in lane. Because that's the thing about the Bloodseeker pick. They love it so much just because you know no matter what it's laning against, it's always going to be good, right?
Yeah.
But at the moment, they know there's a Witch Doctor in lane, but they don't know who the safe laner is. So you're basically going to be picking your matchup blind.
And they go to the Death Prophet, which flexes as well. That can flex mid, that can flex off lane. Yesterday, we saw Faith Beyond play it in the off lane, and it worked out really well. They were even up against the Storm Spirit in that game, where all you had was the Yules as well as the Silence, and Storm really wasn't able to accomplish much. So it does take a couple of heroes out of the arsenal of Aster. I like this pick. I think it gives you pushing potential too, and it gives you a lot of check marks in the boxes that you want.
Yeah, I like this pick. They don't have a huge amount of catch right now. But we said that last game, and they just hit RP every fight instead, and then they won.
Yeah. They're always thinking, PYW, we're going to pick just you to stun and hopefully get RP, win us the game. And he's done that multiple times. Let's see what Aster do, because I would assume they want to pick their offlaner, although they also have the Tiny, so that can flex. They could pick a 4. They go Zeus, which I guess technically could flex as well. They picked the Zeus maybe thinking that it's going up against the Death Prophet, right?
Well, it's just a good Zeus game in general. Like we said, they don't have a great amount of catch on Vici, and they don't have a great amount of gap close either. So at the moment, Vici are really struggling to deal with the Zeus with the heroes that they have. So I like the Zeus pick, but it does mean that it's probably going to be 4 Tiny, 3 Mag, 2 Zeus, I would imagine. Like nearly all the time, and I think they're yet to pick their one. But again, Aster, they could play like Safe Lane Mag. They could do anything really, so it doesn't have to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that patch where the Safe Lane Mag was being picked like all the time, and then it just disappeared?
Well, that was with the Ags, right?
No,
And the Skewer.
no. That was when it was picked mid all the time.
Right. And I don't remember the patch.
But like people would play,
elude my memory.
Yeah, people would play Safe Lane Mag, and some teams still like occasionally do it, but it's hardly ever now. The SEA teams really liked it before.
We were just talking about some SEA action, and there's the Ban on the Storm. I was thinking that for Vici. I was going to ask if it's a decent Storm game, but they banned the Anti-Mage. Could they throw Pugna off lane for Aster?
Yeah, they could. Again, I'm still worried they have no hero that deals with GA, but their lineup isn't so physical damage reliant now on like just this Monkey King to be doing damage. They have the Zeus that can do damage. Like Tiny does a decent amount of magical, Witch Doctor as well. There's a lot of carries banned out this game.
Yeah, and Aster need their carry at this point, unless they want to, like you said, throw Magnus in the safe lane. But
I mean, there's something like Jug in the pool if they really want, but again, when you're playing against GA, this Omnislash just isn't reliable.
What about Lifestealer against the GA?
I think it's a really hard Lifestealer game against Monkey King DP. There really isn't a huge amount left in the pool.
I feel like we're missing something. I want to say we're missing something.
I'm going to go look at hero lists. Tell me if something gets picked.
What about...
Is Spectre
Drow?
in the pool?
Spectre? Yeah. Spectre's still in the pool. Drow's still available. Because they could go Spectre and throw down a Nimbus and then Haunt on top, right? Really try and get some work in that way. They go Morph. How do we forget Morph?
Okay. Yeah, good Morph game.
You could...
Now Vici have to pick catch, otherwise they're playing against Zeus Morph without hardly any stuns. So with hardly any stuns.
Yes, because I was thinking you just throw the Death Prophet mid, go off lane, Omni Knight, and pick up the Ancient Apparition.
No, they don't do enough then in fights. It doesn't. I know it threatens the Morphling at all points in the game, but they need damage output, I think, on Vici, but they need catch as well.
Ooh.
Okay, they go TA.
They go with the damage, so it will be that 5 position Omni Knight. And we've seen Ori on this hero multiple times, and he is impressed every single time.
So TA Natural Blink Bar is good to get on the Zeus, but it looks like a really good Morph game to me. Obviously, there's the silence from the DP to be a little bit worried about. I will say for Vici, though, they have really strong physical damage in their lineup. Monkey King, TA, DP. So, like, they hit this timing at around 20 minutes, where especially if they get the first Roche with the TA, they can start mowing down towers. But going high ground this game against Zeus, they're going to really struggle with.
Yeah, we'll see if they can overcome that. We've seen Vici obviously overcome quite a bit this series already. XXS this time is going to be on the Magnus. It'll be mid Zeus for DD, Monet on the Morphling, Bobica on the 4 position, Tiny and TMing on the Witch Doctor. POW back on the Rubik, DY back on the Omni Knight, Erica with the Monkey King, Old 11 on the offlane Death Prophet, and Ori mid TA. So, POW, I want to say there's a lot hanging in the balance on him, but I think there is a lot just hanging on in the balance for a couple of these heroes on Vici. I don't want to put all the pressure on PYW. It's not his game to show up.
It always is his game to show up.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to do it regardless, but
I'm excited
you'd like to have someone else hold the game.
That's true, yeah. I'm excited to watch Ori TA again, though. I think every time we see this hero, he does incredibly well. His item timings that he gets, even if he has like a rough start to the lane, it always feels like he hits those timings hard.
Yeah, and obviously TA is one of those heroes that can, bring it back, get that early blink dagger, move around the map, take out some stacks. But Ori, you just watch how he moves around the map and the way he's able to boost his net worth, whether he's behind or ahead, is very impressive on this hero, and we've seen it twice before in this event. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table on this, but at the same time, we talked about the lack of catch, and we'll see if Aster can take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think they might struggle to deal with this Zeus and the Morph, personally. If they can like play tempo and shut this Morph down a little bit before he gets the Manta online to help with the silence, then I think Mono's game will be really hard. But if it hits that point and Aster aren't too far behind, they'll be feeling really confident. Because like we said, going high ground for Vici this game is going to be absolutely horrendous. Against like Zeus, there's tiny tossbacks, there's skewers into the high ground, like RP. Doesn't sound easy.
30 seconds to battle.
Interesting positioning by TMing.
Yes, a Blightstone. Wow. Didn't expect that.
OGA taking some early damage from the tower.
Getting slapped by the Orb of Venom on DY. Oh, are they going to toss him onto Roche?
The battle begins.
Goes on to TMing. Casking some damage back his way.
That Blightstone hurts, actually.
2 bounty runes apiece. Now we're on into the game. Game 2, do or die for Aster. Potentially dropping out in 3rd place in this event. Vici 1 game away from having the opportunity to exact their revenge against LGD. I think the sad thing here is we only get to do 1 series today.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially after that game.
Because the thing is, it feels like 1 series is never enough when you get to cast, because you finish 1 series and you're like, man, I really want to go again.
Cast bouncing back and forth. DY taking a lot of damage. XSS has Shockwave in 6 seconds, so they'll continue to chase, but the Balance Strike on a TMing. That is a level 1 Boundless Strike. So we'll see Jingu next, right?
Yeah. I'd imagine so. I think you get 2 points in Jingu in this lane, and then go for the max tree dance afterwards.
And then DY, he's working with 1 Clarity and an Orb of Venom.
I like for Aster that they've put the Tiny with the Morphling in the bot lane for the range melee combo. Because, like, Witch Doctor obviously does okay, but against these 2 range heroes, it doesn't do a huge amount. And they want to be able to pressure the Monkey King up in top lane with the Witch Doctor. So it just makes more sense in general. Tiny's going to be able to get a small camp pull off here.
We looked at this before when Bobica, they were on the dire side and they put down that sentry and he pretended to body block the camp. Old 11 though, under the tower, in some trouble, in pretty far. Bobica, he's got Toss. Toss him up in the air and he goes down for first blood. He is very deep under the tower. That's not the spot.
Yeah, I understand wanting to pressure the Morph at level 1, but that's a really deep dive. And now Tiny's level 2 as well, so has the combo available. Great start for the Morphling.
And Death Prophet 7 and 3, but giving up that first blood is not what you want to see yourself doing in this lane.
Is under attack.
Balance Strike from Erica, he's level 2, about to hit that 3.
So this mid lane's an interesting one because the Zeus is normally really good at just pushing out the wave and things, right? But TA doesn't have to buy a huge amount of regen. Does he have stick on Ori? Yeah, he just bought it, okay. Because this arc lightning damage, like Zeus can't ever really right click the TA, so all she has to do is just use the refraction to take away the arc lightning damage.
How's Ori doing? 15 and 4.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Picking
Like,
up
look at
another
DD's
Wraith
regen
Band.
in this mid lane.
He needs to be careful. Obviously, Ori not looking to dive and pull an old 11, but
Yeah, has his
toss
bottle
into
now,
the
though.
air. PYW hit with the avalanche afterwards.
That observer ward in the bot lane really playing on the edge of the just out of range of the
The
tower.
dire one. Yeah. Almost at 4 minute
DY,
mark.
top lane.
Nobody coming over, but up towards top. Purification. DY still running. Has the Heavenly Grace. They'll pop the Jingu. Maledict last tick.
He
And
has
finish off.
no regen left though on DY. Has he got any? I mean, he has no courier or anything either. He's probably
Nobody's
just going to
coming
look.
over.
I think he's just going to look to die here.
And the haste is bottom. DD. He's going to grab this haste, fill up his bottle, and meanwhile, top cask bounces back and forth. They've got the skewer with the Maledict. Shockwave, a lot of damage on Erica. Meanwhile, Bobica's down bottom. Ups the Fairy
I think he's
Fire
dead on
last
Monkey.
tick, and he's still dead.
Bot lane though, old 11.
Oh, old 11. Dies very late after that Tiny died. How did he go down?
Yeah.
I was looking at
Can I-
top.
Can I just say, by the way, while I remember, Ori has had the worst luck with runes this series so far. Do you remember in that first game as well? There was the regen on the mag, and then he got like something else, and then he got the haste at 8 minutes on the mag. In this game, Zeus like gets the 50-50 on the rune again.
Pops the stick, pops the Fairy Fire. Dropped his items while doing so.
Just what the doctor ordered.
So, min-maxing there.
That should help.
POW is level 4 in this lane.
Don't.
Tiny only level 3, and the Witch Doctor level 4, Omni level 2. DY. Not really enjoying his time as of late.
Yeah, but
This
DY
is
in this
typical
lane,
DY game.
he needs to not take XP away from his Monkey King. Because Monkey King needs these levels so he can actually farm. Like, this top lane's really hard for him, but, like, what does Omni do with levels, really? Like, in these early stages of the game. If the cast range doesn't go up or anything, right? So he'll take whatever he can get, but it's more important the Monkey gets them.
Despite Uri having a very fun time over mid, he's sitting behind DD in that work.
Ori mid lane? Ooh, I thought they were going to go for the toss back, but 6 minute rune. They come over and secure it this time.
Yeah, and again, that is Ori unable to secure the rune. He's not working with a bottle, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but he would love to take it away from the Zeus. So, old 11 bottom, Rubik going towards top. We'll see if PYW can help get a kill in this top lane. DY sitting just level 2, like we said. Heavenly Grace, Maledict comes out for TMing. Fade Bolt cast bounces. Now they've got the Primal Spring. They should get the kill onto the Witch Doctor and do. That's a kill for Erica.
Nice try.
Nice
Good
kill.
for Vici, and now PYW will move his way back to mid. But nobody's here, so he'll just take some experience.
Yeah, they just going to let him soak up his level 6 here in the mid lane. While the TA farms the jungle, gets some stacks going for herself.
That gets that stack.
Ooh, Royal Jelly, thank you very much.
Bobica. Avalanche out, breaks the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, it's really difficult for Old 11 to ever get a Spirit Siphon onto Tiny, because effectively Bobic has two ways of dealing with it, right? You can either Avalanche or toss the DP away.
Oh, and a Faded Brooch. Picking up all the great items.
I'm sure Faded Brooch needs a nerf, just in general, as an item. Ever
What
so
would you
slightly.
lower, the mana or the movement speed?
I'd probably lower
hold
the
on,
move-
hold that thought. Toss on old 11, Avalanche comes in.
Double
Monet
Siphon,
morphs
though.
into the Death Prophet, now has a Siphon of his own, but they get the kill into Bobica. They look over at DY, he's on the run with not a lot of mana to work with. Siphon back and forth. It's a two-way street.
DD gonna have to TP away. Yeah. He realizes
So-
very quickly.
So which one would you?
I'd probably
Would you
lower the movement speed ever so slightly, I think, first, and then see how it feels after that.
But is 5 or 10 gonna make a difference?
Yeah, I think 5 movement speed is still quite a lot. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but everything adds up.
BOIW comes over towards bottom. They place a ward down right here from the Radiant side, just out of the range of that sentry. Monet coming over, shifting into the Agi, and he goes into the strength before he gets lifted up into the air. DY now losing that courier with stick, clarity, and some wards. I'm surprised PYW is not still soaking up
Oh,
a little
skewer.
bit.
Top lane. Oh, my
Wayne,
goodness.
Maldic, Shockwave, Erica, fine.
He timed the skewer perfectly so that when the monkey landed from the tree dance with the Primal Spring, just skewered him to the Witch Doctor. That was cute.
Meanwhile, Ori taking a triple stack of Ancients. And you can see now he's sitting top of the net worth. I wonder if he'll go Deso or Blink first.
Good question. I mean,
got
he's
Blink queued up.
I was gonna say he's got Blink queued up, but he's been going Blink for most of this tournament first, and it's really good against the Zeus as well. You know, we've said if Aster allowed the time where the Zeus and Morph can come online, then they'll be looking really strong. So I think you want to shut them down as early as possible, really.
Avalanche toss. Old 11 in a lot of trouble. 3 heroes here with the cask. He has no way to get out, and down he goes.
This Witch Doctor's level 6 pre 10 minutes. Insane.
Yeah, Rubik just hitting that 10. And Fade Bolt out, grabs the toss. Or he does a lot of damage there to finish off Bobica. Trap popped and slows down TMing. They've got Telekinesis available, but there's the Thunder God's Wrath.
DY now. Oh dear.
Yeah, blown up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Is that the word to use, though? Meanwhile, DD gets another rune. I think he's secured every rune thus far.
Yeah, some of them is like 50-50, right? But some of them are also like they're getting secured by his team. So yeah, really good rune control by Aster. Ace the Aether Lens
TP
now.
over another one bottom. They've morphed into the Death Prophet waveform looking for Ori. Avalanche lands. He's in a little bit of trouble. Has the
RP.
refraction back up. There's the RP. They focus their attention onto the Death Prophet who's surviving this and killing off TMing. Finally drops. Ori, meanwhile, has the help from DY, so he escapes the hands of Monet.
That skewer towards the Witch Doctor, by the way, was one of the best things I've seen today.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
With everything that happened
Fantastic.
game 1, that's...
That because it just made me laugh so much. It was so unnecessary. The Witch Doctor would have been fine, and all of a sudden the skewer comes through. He's just trying to push him back under the tower, and Witch Doctor's like, "Come on, man, why are you doing this to me?" That's
You're the
really
support,
sad though
dude.
for
It
old
doesn't
11. Sorry, say that again.
I said you're the support, dude. It doesn't matter if you die.
Yeah. That's really sad for old 11 though on the DP that first exorcism basically accounts to nothing.
A fitting bounty.
Avalanche toss.
Yules, Avalanche Toss, DY, Heavenly Grace, Guardian Angel.
Wow.
That's some commitment. TP over
That
from
is-
TMing. That is a lot, I think, for potentially just losing your life.
Oh, there's a haste rune. TA's gonna get a rune. You ready? DD.
Maybe. Oh, stolen Shockwave. Now they're just going to kill DT. 2-tap him after the Telekinesis, as well as the Fade Bolt.
Yeah, they're just sitting with a smoke on the high ground waiting for the Zeus to get the rune. Zeus is like, oh my god, another rune. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh my god.
This guy gets every rune. We're going to catch him again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's where he thinks he's most safe.
Look at the net worth from Ori. He's close to getting the first Mithril Hammer, and look
Oh,
at the damage. Oh, God. And just taking out TMing from half health.
Dire's top
He's like,
tower
guys,
is under attack.
I just want to survive, please.
Way forward, DY.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Still fine. Spirit Siphon. Monet trying to fight back. DUI will walk away with the Heavenly Grace. He's doesn't have more
He's
available.
fine.
But yeah, he's fine. He's just getting harassed.
Just gets a CS under
Although,
tower.
he's fine. Old 11, no stopping. All right. Oh, Ori, he wanted it.
That was a lot of commitment though from Old 11. I think that was 3 Siphon charges. Right?
Yeah. He's getting them back though, and he's got Exorcism, so they might push this tier 1 tower in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Do they
attack.
even need to use Exorcism for the tower? I don't really think
No,
so.
no, no.
But Exorcism is
TA
coming over.
Are scanning.
Where's PYW?
yes,
He's
blink
sitting
on
back.
Mac.
Look at PYW's. Oh, but yeah, really well done. Thunder God's Wrath, they'll get 2. That's the way to get the vision. XSS was maybe putting his eyes on Ori there, but a much better call once they got the vision from the Thunder God's Wrath.
Yeah, they
That's
keep their
good combo
tower
from
alive.
Aster.
They keep their tower alive as well, which is really important.
A mysterious force.
And I know maybe you could have got the TA there, but I think if you go on anybody else but the Rubik with that RP and you grab 2 with it regardless, you're asking for potential problems.
They remember game 1. They have
Yeah.
PTSD, don't worry. On the way to the death show for the TA now, though. Getting close. But honestly, I still think this game looks really good for Aster right now. Like, again, the Zeus and the Morph haven't been punished too hard. I think Zeus has BOTs coming out? Yeah, he does.
Another rune for the TA. Picks
Ori.
up double damage. DD. God.
Radiant's
With
bottom
the DD.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, that
Now
tower's
takes
gone
the
now.
tower.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Just hitting for 350, like at the early stages of the game. It's crazy.
And 800 gold away from Dessa.
Not for you.
Where teaming is. In a great spot to try and go in on the Old 11. They don't even need him, actually. Spirit Siphon comes out, taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Omni, but tossed up into the air. Purification, Guardian Angel. Old 11 survives it all. Goes after TMing, but the damage on Old 11, he moves forward. Another Exorcism wasted.
He just ran up to the high ground without vision. I don't know whether he assumed he was going to die to the Maledicts. I
Radiant's
wasn't
bottom
looking at
tower
that, but...
is under attack.
So, like, he wanted to do as much
Dire's
damage as he
top
could
tower
before he
is under
died.
attack.
I'm assuming that's what it was. There's a hero we haven't talked about all game, by the way. Which is the Monkey King.
Dire's middle
He's
tower
just
Not
been
going for
quietly
Battle Fury.
farming. Yeah, that's something we talked about last game. Because Monkey King was on Aster, and even though he had the Empower, he still went Battle Fury Ags.
Under attack.
And now this time, without Empower, Erica on this Monkey King, he's
Radiant's
going
bottom
into the
tower
Manta
is under
first. He
attack.
went Midas Manta.
Yeah, which is really interesting. We haven't seen this the whole tournament so far.
I'm kind of shocked. And Desso's flying out for Ori.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think we maybe saw this build once.
Just really?
Radiant are scanning.
I can't
Because I know there
remember
was
it at
one.
all.
I know there was one game we saw the Monkey King not go Battle Fury Axe. I can't remember which one though. TA's got a haste under God's Wrath. That'll
Yeah, they saw the
hang out
smoke,
in
though.
in the jungle. Bobica kind of far off from this Blink Dagger. This is a pretty slow, tiny Blink Dagger timing based on what we've been seeing the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, he's not been having the best of times, but he's doing okay. Like, Aster have given him farm priority over the last few minutes, which is good to see. Oh, top lane.
TMing just getting blown up by Ori with that new Deso.
Yeah, they get that really deep ward down as well. I'm assuming they're going to know that it's there after that death.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Meanwhile,
attack.
Monet going for these stacks as the Empower. Doesn't feel that great.
This Witch Doctor is going to feel so good when he gets Ghost Scepter. After
Radiant's top
what's
tower
happened this game.
is under attack.
If.
If.
I'm
well,
going
he's
to
getting
just
there.
follow that up with if. Aster do have a 1k
Radiant's
lead
middle tower
because
is
after
under
Ori, the net worth of the Dire side kind of falls off, specifically looking at Old 11, who has had a rough game. He's died 6 times already.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle
XXS.
tower is under attack.
This time they have the RP and they're looking to defend, but they don't have the Thunder God's Wrath to open up the vision. So we'll see how willing they are to go after this. And really, more so, how willing Vici are to try and take the tower. What does PYW have stolen right now? Nothing. Grove bow. That'll be good for Ori.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a great TAM.
Radiant's middle tower
Trap placed
is
down.
under
Right
attack.
click's coming out on the tower. They don't have a glyph for this, so they'll have to concede it.
Radiant's
And now the
middle
Blink
tower
Dagger comes
has
out. So
fallen.
2 minutes later, gets the Blink Dagger. He's also going Ghost Scepter afterwards. They're just trying to survive.
Dire's
Can we
top
just look at the
tower
dire
is
vision on
under
the map
attack.
right now? They have these 3 wards down across the bot jungle, like the bot side of the map, and then they have... There was this one in the top jungle that's just being dewarded here, and they have that one on the river, top side as well. They had 5 wards down all at once that were giving them so much vision of the Radiant side.
Yeah.
And I think after taking that mid tier 1 tower, they need to be thinking about whether they want to, like, when they want to start taking Roche with this TADP combo. Because I don't think... Oh, he's actually committing exorcism to farm on Old 11. Okay.
Yeah, he desperately needs the farm. The first 2 exorcisms really haven't gotten much.
I mean, if they think the game's just going to slow down, then it reminds me of, like, Phantasm usage, right, to farm as well. Like, if you're not going to be using it for the next 2 minutes anyway, then sure. But I think when this Roche fight is probably looking to happen relatively
Radiant's
soon
top
for
tower
Vici,
is under attack.
yeah, this surprises me.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle
coming
tower
through,
is under
DD.
attack.
Finds a trap. 25 gold for him. Old 11 now sitting at level 11. The exorcism got him a lot of gold, so it's not the
Radiant's
worst
top
usage in the
tower is
world.
full.
They also get a tower. So
Dire's
his net
middle
worth
tower
jumps up.
is under
The
attack.
one who's got a lot of net worth right now is actually the Rubik.
Dire's middle tower
He's at
has fallen.
5,000 gold.
Radiant's top
5,000
tower
net
is under
worth.
attack.
There's the Thunder God's Wrath to catch the vision of Vici once again. Using it a lot for vision. But soon to have this Nimbus.
Yeah, a bit of a slow game this one though. Both teams seem to be happy with their position in the game almost. Like, there's no... It feels like there's no desperation plays happening at all. Both teams, you know, willing to play around their vision, play, you know, for single kills rather than big fights. And the other team, when like they're losing their mid tier 1s, they're happy to just let them go a lot of the time. This is a friendly game, no fighting here.
Now that they know the Thunder God's Wrath is down, though, for quite some time, they can smoke freely and know that this isn't going to be caught out. They'll smoke up. Over mid is DD.
Like, they're
And
trying
they
to play
smoke
into,
as well on Aster.
they're trying to play into their vision in the bot lane and like get an objective.
Radiant
So
are
not only can they
scanning.
look towards the taking the tier 2, but you know potentially look for a kill just before as well. But Aster are doing exactly the same thing the other way,
Dire are scanning.
and they'll probably look to try and get vision down up in this top jungle.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Do they have any? Oh, they don't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Ori's just going to start hitting this tier 2, but
fortified.
Morph doing the same.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No glyph from either side. His glyph got used for the Dire. Glyph got used for the Radiant as well. They'll take the
Radiant's
tower.
bottom
Morphling.
tower has
He'll
fallen.
trade.
Dire's top
So now they both have to
tower
run
has
towards the
fallen.
middle of the map and fight. That's how it works, right?
Yes, in a duel.
Okay, cool.
3 steps, then turn.
Yeah, TA almost has BKB as well. And Morphling, only about 15, well, just under 1,500 gold to the E-Blade. 1,200 gold. And that E-Blade is going to help massively for the burst damage up against the Omni Knight in particular, I think. Who has bought a casual cloak. He knows it's coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see. Couple hundred gold for this Blink Dagger. For PYW, hasn't really had the opportunity to steal an RP, as I believe there's only been one used. But XXS, to defend against this steal, go Lincoln Sphere. Obviously more than that, but potentially defending against
Okay.
this steal. Spirit Siphon, Blink Skewer,
Ooh.
XXS misses. We've got the silence on it too. Ori follows it up. The damage onto the Tiny.
That's
Ori
the Roche.
gets the kill, and that will be the move into Roche. They
All
have
it takes is-
RP still, though.
All it takes is one pick off.
PYW will watch where he stays, as he's a couple hundred gold away from Blink Dagger. He'd love to have that.
They need the Monkey King to come over here.
Zeus is coming. He'll TP to the tier 2. They'll commit the Exorcism. Heavenly Grace on
Look at
Ori.
Yeah, look at them splitting up in the pit because they know the RP's the threat. But yeah, they can't fight this on Aster.
I think they're going to go for it, yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
I don't know why they're sitting around here though, because I think they should just be looking to open up the map a little bit more at the moment while this Roche is going on. Instead, they're kind of all just holding hands in this top jungle, right? There's the E-Blade though.
By the way, Monkey King, he got this Manta going for the BKB next. He's almost got it.
He attacks so quickly with the Manta and the Midas. Yeah, he needs this BKB though. This game in particular, up against like the E-Blade now. There's the Tiny, there's the Zeus. Even Maledict is really annoying for this hero to deal with.
Thunder God's Wrath, Avalanche Toss, Monkey King low, he survives, but there's the E-Blade. Guardian Angel gets popped. They're gonna try and go for more. They've got RP available. They'll find DUI. TMA gets taken out by Ori.
Oh, they find the +1s all
Avalanche
over.
Toss. Yeah, they're getting more.
Yeah, great play by Aster.
Oh, Ori,
They see him.
he's under vision. And they're gonna go after him. He'll blink out of the high ground with a skewer. And Ori, he'll lose that Aegis. He can pop the BKB, but they've got RP.
Oh, he didn't have blink off cooldown, unfortunately, because he used it to get to the high ground.
That's
dear.
really good for Aster.
And that's the thing is, not only is that like a really great fight for Aster, they take the Aegis. So now that they miss their like potential tier 2 taking timing, RP on the DP, just gone.
Oh, and
It's a
another
team
one.
wipe.
Yeah, that's technically a full T-wipe.
I mean, it's a team wipe without the team ever being together. They all just get picked off one by one across the map in the
like
space of about a
5
minute.
different spots, yeah. That is devastating to this game from Vici.
Yeah, I mean, the two cores on the Vici side are both going to have 10-second BKBs soon. But yeah, without the Aegis, this Morph is now the strongest hero on the map by far. Like, TA's this hero that you want to be playing from ahead with. If you're not, like, if you're not top of net worth on the TA, you usually feel pretty bad. And this Morphling is getting really close to the Skadi as well. So, I think we've talked about this before. The Skadi against Death Prophet is one of our, like, most hated items. Because you get the reduced healing, like, on the Spirit Siphon and things, but it's also a 50% slow against ranged heroes. Not only good against the DP, but good against TA as well. And I don't know how they deal with the Morphling anymore.
We talked about their lack of catch. Cast range for the Death Prophet, PYW, he does have this Blink Dagger. They get the outpost. It's only a 2k lead for Aster. The question is now, can Vici do it again? Can they bring the game back? And it's only one fight away, but Aster seem like they're in the driver's seat by quite a bit.
For sure. I still think a lot of it is going to depend on like whether they can find the Zeus at the back of the fight for Vici, because if they can kill him off quickly, and Aster lose a lot of their damage. But it's about whether they can find him with the heroes that they have. It's really difficult.
Arcane Rune for Zeus too, so this next fight could be very dangerous. We're going Nullifier next, and they pick up a telescope.
Yeah, good for PYW if he'd like that.
I'll dig.
Could give it to DY as well. Yeah, they pass it over to PYW.
And he'll throw that in. Enchanted Quiver. Now for Vici, we'll see if he'll take that over the Grove Bow for Ori.
I think he keep.
I believe he did,
Radiant's
yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. So it's all about the burst damage potential rather than the constant.
Have a
Paladin sword.
for the
Oh my
Morphling.
god. Okay. He's really close to the Skadi now as well. He's only a few hundred gold away. And I still think at that point
yeah.
in the game, Aster are gonna, Vici are gonna struggle massively. Monet plays a great Morphling.
Yep.
And in a game like this...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What can they do?
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, they need to be able to find pickoffs on Vici. Like, they have really good burst potential. But when these 5-on-5s broke out, obviously they do still have the GA, and they do have still the potential to steal RP, like we saw from PYW last
Shadow
game.
Blade, Dust, Primal Spring onto the high ground. There's the E-Blade. Thunder God's Wrath comes out with the Balance Strike. They've got the Death Ward down, but Ori gets the kill. Now they look over at Monet. They got DY dead. Exorcism committed by Old 11, the waveform onto the back line. But Meld Strike, Monet taking some damage. There's the trap. Bobica over to the side, looking potentially for an avalanche as well as a toss. That's Exorcism committed on this, but they do find XXS. Scotty picked up by the Morphling. We'll see if he comes back into the fight. Doesn't look like it because they'll lose XXS 2 for 1. And Vici, they find a couple of pickoffs like they desperately needed, but Exorcism gets committed, and so does Guardian Angel.
And that's the thing, you commit Exorcism, and it's on your side of the map as well. So, you know, naturally what you want to do is you want to find pickoffs of the Exorcism, turn it into objective straight away by taking fights on the other side of the map. It's still an okay win for them, but, you know, they pop GA and everything as well, so game's still just going to go back to farming for now. It's not a huge difference there with that fight. I'd really like to see him go Solar Crest on the Magnus, to be honest. I think it's a really value item in this game.
So, Ori, a couple hundred gold away from this Sacred Relic to finish off the Nullifier.
Have you seen what XSS has got queued up on the Magnus?
Yeah, Lincoln's.
Yeah, do you know why?
So he doesn't get his RP stolen.
Exactly, yeah.
Get DY once again with Thunder God's Wrath, Avalanche Toss. And there's the Nullifier. Next is the Bloodthorn for Ori. Monkey King, despite no Battle Fury, going into the Ag's Abyssal.
Yeah, they need the Abyssal for the catch. How many
I would
times have we
say
said
the
this?
Abyssal first before the Ags, right? Or at least the Basher.
Potentially, if they think the game's going to be
Blink
really slow.
Telekinesis. I don't really think that they can go for this. There's at least the Basher.
I was going to say, if he thinks the game's going to slow down, though, I could see him going Ags first. But I think the Basher and the Abyssal are really, really good this game.
So we'll see what he looks to finish after the Basher, if it's the full Abyssal. XSS, he's close to this Lincoln's.
It depends if he might not like buy out for it, like just because people have got it in their quick buy. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll get it. Also, this Empower with the Morphling, I know you don't get the cleave, but Empower works off base damage. Morphling has really high base damage, so gets so much damage from this Empower on the Morphling. Like, these towers just die so quickly.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
He's sitting top of the net worth,
Dire's
but
bottom tower is under attack.
Ori's farming up a Storm and getting close to finishing off the Orchid.
Dire's bottom tower has
He's got
fallen.
one O-Staff finished. Ooh. Okay. Rubik's stealing the Attribute Shift. Now he's got 2,800 health.
Dire's bottom tower.
This
is
hero
under
feels really good
attack.
against Morph for that. Like, obviously, he's still going to be susceptible to, like, physical damage, but if you're ever in a position where you're getting hit on the Rubik, you're probably dead anyway.
Radiant's top
Thunder God's
tower
Wrath,
is
that'll
under
catch
attack.
Vision. They're going to come up onto the high ground with Bobica smoked up, or at least they wanted to. They'll go for the D ward. Ori's here. Bobica spotted, trap, and now the Nullifier. But down goes the Nimbus. Balance Strike comes out from Erica. They'll look to clean up this Nimbus and get 100 gold. They
Radiant's
will.
top
That goes the
tower
way of
is under
Erica.
attack.
Whoa, chill out, everybody. We almost had a fight there. Slow down.
Pull the brakes. And Roche is up in a minute 30.
Yeah, both teams just want to posture around the area, try and control it, because minimum spawn time has hit.
Although
Vici.
smoke is going to be broken by Bobica.
Wow, that was a quick blink away.
Ambitious.
Radiant's
Avalanche
bottom
toss on a DY. Guardian Angel gets used immediately. There's the E-Blade with the Adaptive Strike. And he'll morph, waveform, kill DY. They've lost Team Ming. They'll go into the Wukong's command with Erica popping the BKB, but they've got the toss back. PYW tosses him back in. They've got the bashes on a Monet. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. Nullifier thrown into Bobica. PYW in the pit. They've got the Primal Spring as well as the Tree Dance to catch up to Bobica. They've bought back on the Witch Doctor. They've got the Telekinesis again to lock him down. They'll take out the Tiny. He's dead for 70, so he'll be back then, but Roche will be back in 45.
It's such high committal, though, for Vici. Like, they pop the Exorcism. Like, what do they get out of this? A Witch Doctor and a Tiny? Like, and now they can just head into the pit on Aster whenever the Roche spawns here. It's a really long one, which is unfortunate for them.
They have RPs,
yeah.
though. Hard to fight into this. They don't... They're going to stay by the pit, but they're not... I don't know. We'll see how quickly they get in after it respawns.
Monet still had a Morbid Mask, and he bought a quarter staff for the Butterfly. Thank God he realised that it just combined into a Mask of Madness and disassembled it in time. Otherwise, that could have been a 10 out of 10.
Head over to Roche, and there's the timing. So they'll spot that it's back up. They'll start the right clicks away. Nimbus down. They've got to trap in, so they know that they're going for this. The question is, can they get into the pit to try and steal this Aegis? They're going to probably try for it. They'll throw down the trap. They've got a sentry there, so the vision is not available anymore for the side of Vici. But look at this telekinesis from a distance with the trap. Boundless Strike comes out. Thunder God's Wrath. XSS looking for his moment, looking for the chance to get down in RP. He's got 3,400 gold saved up. He didn't buy out on a Lincoln's yet. But now, Nimbus down. Erica gets low, but the BKB gets popped. Oh, for the RP. No! He whiffs it!
He saw
Still an RP! Oh, dear. PYW is looking for his moment now, and in Roche's Vici. Horribly botched by Aster. Oh, dear. Waveform and PYW telekinesis. He's waiting for more heroes to come next to each other because he wants to throw the RP. He might just throw it out. And,
he ran to dodge it.
He gets the dodge, and now Monet goes after Erica. Monet's still sitting low. Purification comes out. Cask as well as the Death Ward from the high ground. They've got the trap to get some vision, but they look over at Bobica. They hit the Nullifier out, and they'll get the kill. They'll take out Tiny for 70. Now they'll find themselves TMing. Telekinesis, silence. Down he'll go.
I can't believe it.
Is all around you, but it
Oh.
hides from the unworthy.
XXS. Dude, maybe he does need Lincolns. I don't know.
Oh, he buys the recipe. He's had enough. Rubik is holding on to this RP, though, with everything that he's got.
I assume he didn't miss the RP. I didn't see where it actually was, but...
Chat's going to do it again.
I have no idea. I mean, I didn't see. But I know he popped Mantle at the same time on the morph, so it's the same as yesterday. He might have missed it. I don't know this time. But.
Don't worry, chat knows 100% that whatever we
chat.
say, it's the opposite.
Yeah, chat, please tell us, was it a miss? Are we looking at the positives of the Manta dodge or the negatives of the miss? Because I'm pretty sure chat's always positive.
Be courteous to us, guys.
Yeah, only nice things ever said in Twitch
Please,
chat.
smiley face. We plead, we beg. Ags next for the Rubik.
I mean, sure. Why not? He's so tanky. So tanky because of that strength morph from before. Vici just moving through the jungle here. I mean, DD...
Sorry about that. It smelled like fire for a split second.
Well, that's just these sick RP steals.
It's coming from outside. I just needed to check because I do have a coffee pot plugged in and I get super paranoid about that.
Is under attack.
Oh, here they come though.
But I'm back in time for the potential fight. Rubik, by the way, now he's got RP back up. They'll smoke after the Thunder God's Wrath. Nimbus down and just popped. There's the E-Blade out. MKB picked up by the Monkey King. They've got the telekinesis. Now they've got the Nimbus down once again. PYW looking for his opportunity with the Guardian Angel being used. They look over at XSS who gets the skewer back for the damage coming out from America. They get the kill onto the Magnus. He's dead for 7 seconds. And there's the RP from PYW. They'll drop down the Wukong's command. They've got the Shadow Amulet on him. But Waveform out of the Wukong steals the Tree Toss. And there it is. Another one on the Bobica. 2 heroes dead on the side of Aster.
And again, now these 2 heroes don't have buyback. I mean, there's no point buying Lincolns if you don't cast RP anyway, though, this time. And they finally take a fight on Vici.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They finally take a fight on Vici where it's on the other side of the map in the Radiant base.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to say there.
Come on, man. Let me have my moment.
Sorry, I knew what you were going to say, so it made me laugh immediately.
They have another wave coming soon. Whew. That E-Blade does almost nothing now. Okay. He's sitting on such high strength. Oh, they're actually going to back off. Really worried about this mag. To Ninja Gear. Do you give that to TA? You give it to, like, the Omni Knight, maybe, for the smoke?
We'll see.
Oh, they're giving it. They're giving the Minotaur Horn to the Monkey King. Makes sense.
Alright, I figured it out. They turned on the heat for the first time in my apartment. So that's what I'm smelling. Well, detective work on my end. Illusion Escape for Morphling, right? No, it's still in the Paladin sword.
I think he'll probably swap at some point, I imagine. I don't know, like both are really good on that hero, right? So depends. I mean, this Monkey King is so scary now, though. Like almost having the Abyssal up, has the MKB finished as well with the Shaco. Like he's built really high in damage output and not a lot of HP.
Radiant
so the fact he gets this Shaco is really good. Also, why does Wukong's command only cost 100 mana at all levels? That's what I want to know.
Because it's... You still gotta keep people in it. Can you imagine level 25 skill? They change it to Wukong's no exit.
Don't say anything.
That's come on, level 25. You can't exit it. It becomes an arena.
Spell Prism for the Zeus. I'm assuming.
I liked this quickening charm, but I'll upgrade.
Look at Vici just hanging around in the trees there.
They got some good neutrals on Aster.
They really did. This Morph's buying out for BKB, by the way. He's not going to have buyback. So if this Morph dies once in a fight now, game's over.
Witch Doctor's got the Illusion Escape.
Nice. That's what I like to see.
I have a feeling he's using it, but also holding it if Monet wants to swap.
Yeah, of course. Like he's just using it to scout and give vision on the map.
Yeah.
By using the illusion just to push lanes, not even push lanes out, just like run into the jungle and see where Vici are, right?
Thunder God's Wrath, that'll grant them vision. Again, they're using that a lot to get vision.
That's fine then. Also, interesting, Boblica went for 18 strength instead of the toss requires no target at level 20. Which we don't normally see on support tinies.
He's already got the Witless Shaco. But sure. Because it only boosted him, what, from 3,800 to 39. Now he's got 4,000 health. Hmm. 28 HP regen, though.
Yeah, pretty insane. This mag has the Timeless Relic as well, so if he ever lands an RP now, the stun duration is going to be a long time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
same could be said with the Rubik. If he's able to get it off.
I guess so, yeah.
Because now he's got to get through a
Dire's middle
Lincoln's.
tower is under attack.
Rubik with the tree grab. Are you ready for this?
I want him to get this axe before the next fight.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, I
is
mean the
under
extra
attack.
cast range that the axe gives would be really useful against the mag, but also the 2-second steal, cooldown on the steal. Very useful.
Waveform, Ori, BKB gets popped, taking a lot of damage
gone.
here. Just gets destroyed by Monet. They've got the Venn Diagram Nimbus. Take out DUI. They get 2.
No,
They'll
what
look over at
an
old 11, and all of a sudden you're about to lose 3 on Vici. But I say that, blink, Avalanche hits, E-Blade's there. And yes, in fact, it will be 3.
But I mean, did you see what happened originally in that fight? They didn't know that Witch Doctor had illusion escape. They just didn't expect it at all. So they committed all in for the illusion with the nullifier and the bloodthorn. And then they're like, oh, let's just shove free TA kill here. Cool.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So we'll see if they concede the racks.
They have to buy back here. Otherwise, this is going to be more than a set of racks.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Nimbus down. So far, just the buyback on the TA. Now the Omni. Lincoln's pop, telekinesis, balance strike, abyssal, but the Nimbus is there. They'll pop the BKB.
I mean,
not really doing a lot of damage on a Monet just yet.
they're keeping their racks alive, though. That's the big thing here. I say that. Well, they were.
Word for the moment. Obica, one right click, okay. Helping. Oh, silence as well as the nullifier. But can they get the damage out and kill off Monet? Wukong's waveform out.
How do they deal with the Morphling?
That's just... For Monkey King, it's like I have to wait level 25 to have that big of a Wukong's, and even from the center, Monet can just waveform out of it. That must feel pretty bad.
I know, this game's still... I mean, it's definitely in Aster's favor now, like after the buybacks, but it's still really close.
Ag's blessing on Roche.
Oh. Give it to the Monkey King. Easy.
And then he gets to save the gold on it and goes right into the Satanic. Oh, look at the wraparound.
From both teams. Guys, you're on opposite sides. Old 11 is in a bit of trouble here.
Thunder God's Wrath, Avalanche, Toss, and Disc. That'll get popped. Now he needs to find a way out. He's got the Blink Dagger. Stands by Ori. Nimbus down. And
Aster.
Illusion that time again.
Aster have the high ground vision control at the moment of that fight, so it's really difficult for Vici to just walk up there. They do have to be careful.
We giggled at the illusion escape, but it's done wonders for this Witch Doctor.
It has, correct. It's just a really good scouting tool. Like he just sends it up there, sees the TA on the high ground.
Dire are scanning.
Meld hit bash available. And there's the trap. No longer. They have a gem on Tiny. And Nimbus down again. They might just take this Roche. They have Wukongs? Yes, they do. But with Bobica nearby, it could be a problem. They've got the telekinesis. Now they've used the Abyssal Blade. Right click's coming through. Thunder God's Wrath. Guardian Angel comes out with the cast bouncing off of Ori. Ori now backs away. He's got the Maledict on him. Monet comes over with the Death Ward. Ori pops the BKB. Meld Strike, but it's onto an illusion. Now Ori losing a lot of his life. He'll end up dead.
Buyback.
He bought back. He's dead for 2 minutes. This is a problem. They've used the Exorcism as Death Prophet's trying to focus this Tiny, but back on the other side of the fight, we take a look as the Wukongs is still down. Monet waveform out of it, but it does end up going away. The RP hits on a 2. They'll take out DY. They look over at Erica. He'll pop the Balance Strike, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They get the kill to Bobica. He'll pop that Manta, trying to survive with the Jingu, but the Nimbus is down. They'll take out Erica. He'll buy back immediately. CD goes after PYW. PYW blinks out. He's got Shockwave. May not be what he was hoping for, and it will be Aegis Cheese Ag's blessing for Aster. The net worth skyrocket.
Who do they give the axe to? Is Morph going to take it himself, or do they give it to, like, somebody else?
He's holding it for the moment.
I think you give it to the Mag, right? Oh, there's a Daedalus on the Morph as well. Oh, and a DD. Okay.
Perfect timing. 70 seconds still without TA.
He's taking it himself.
He's going to take the Ags.
So creepy.
So does he just... yeah. Does he just morph into XXS? Skewer with the cooldown every 6 seconds?
I mean, the other thing as well is, like, you gain so much cast range with this Axe. But, I don't know, it doesn't matter who he turns into, it's always going to be effective. Like, whether it's Zeus or, like, Mag.
Right clicks come out onto the tier 3 tower. 36 seconds until they've got TA back up.
Nice use from DP, though, purges off the double damage rune on the Morph.
Shockwave. Did Rubik commit to the Ags? No, not yet. I wonder if he will. So I don't know if his buyback really matters.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's
So they'll lose the bottom
barracks
set of
are
racks.
bottom
Creeps are
barracks
pushing in
has
towards top. It'll allow time for TA to come back alive.
I think they should feel really confident though on Aster right now. Maybe they don't want to force a high ground fight if they don't have to. Like they might just try and control the map more, but I don't know. This Morphling feels pretty unkillable right now. Unless they like steal RP again.
It's still rough. Rough to even get with the Lincolns. RP's back up. So level 20 give Heavenly Grace cooldown. 15% on the Degen aura. They're going to try and defend, but Aster, they're going to look to finish the game. One more fight would seal the deal for them. Almost have level 25 on the Magnus. There's the RP. They find the Monkey King. Erica out of the way here. Killed, dead for 2 minutes. They pop the Exorcism, and Old 11 comes from behind. This is looking okay as he's on top of DD. They've got the damage coming out of Bobica as well as the Guardian Angel. They've hit the Nimbus. They'll get the kill. They'll take out this Tiny. He's dead for 90 seconds. No buyback meld. Strike Bash comes through onto the Morphling, but they've got the Skewer back onto 2 of these heroes as well as the Shockwave. They look to get the damage out on Ori. They'll get the kill. He's dead for 100. That should be the game. Exorcism won't do the damage. They'll finish off DY, and they will find themselves Old 11 to kill him there too. So GG is called. Aster take game 2. We're going to a game 3 in the penultimate game
Dire's middle tower is
of this series, and the penultimate series. I
Yeah,
said I
I
mean,
mean,
use
even-
that word as much, but
Even after it's all said and done in that fight, the Morph still has Aegis anyway, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to kill everybody else first and leave the Morph till last, but this Lincoln's pick up for Mag actually ended up working because PYW in these last engagements just has no way of stealing RP in time.
Mhm.
So, yeah, decent itemization. But I'm glad we get to see a game 3 today, especially because we only have one series. I think
yeah.
it would do both these teams injustice with how they've performed so well in this tournament so far if they didn't get a game 3 between them. And, yeah, we go the full distance.
Did it ever feel like Erica was doing that much damage?
Yeah, it did at points in certain fights. My problem is that they never really looked like they were ever going to be able to go high ground. The one time they did was in that bot lane when they popped Exorcism, and they had to run away because they were still really worried about the Morph. Do you remember how at the start of the game we said that they really lacked catch and they might struggle to deal with this like Morph and Zeus, especially the Zeus that just stands in the back line. Zeus dies once, Morphling doesn't die. All game. You can kill heroes all you want, like the Witch Doctor and the Tiny, but if you're not killing the important heroes, it's still really difficult for you to ever progress these kills into meaning something on the map, like towers or high ground or whatever, right? So, yeah, it felt like a really good Morphling game. You know, you said, what hero were we missing when we were trying to think of what they get? They last picked this Morphling, and it feels like a free Morphling game almost.
Yeah. And we see the